There's Jones forming in my bones. Who indeed took over my soul. Understand?
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Janelle back with another video. Do you want to say hi? Come here. Oh. This is our lovely dog, Smith. Say hello. 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 But I'm back with another video. If you don't know, hello, welcome. My name's Janelle. As you can see, my channel's a little dry, but we gonna fix that. We gonna fix that. We back with another great video. So this video, as you can tell, is for incoming freshmen, and we're gonna go over some party rules from, you know, somebody who's very observant and somebody who, like, I party, but I don't party like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't be doing nothing that's too crazy, but I also like to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go through just, like, you know, 5 rules that I feel like every, like, incoming freshman should know, and they're very simple, but sometimes you just, like, need to hear somebody say it, or, like, need, like, people to explain things more. And then, like, each school is different, so I'll be giving examples from my school. I go to George Mason University in Virginia, so go us. All right, so we just gonna hop right in. The first rule is know what type of function you're going. Different types of functions or different types of parties. So I just wrote down these 3, but they are, like, more, but I feel like these are the 3 that, like, you really need to just, like, know. So you have, like, a party, which is, everybody knows what a party is, but this is a party that's in, like, a building. So if your school has, like, I don't know, like, at our school we have, like, event spaces that you can, like, rent out. So it's like renting out a space, and so you have that type of party. And then you have a house party, which is in somebody's home. And you have a kickback, which usually is in somebody's house, but you have to act accordingly for each one. So for, like, a party, it's probably going to be a lot of people, because usually those spaces can hold more. And so, I mean, just act like you would normally act. I'll go into, like, other rules later. And then for house party, know your manners, especially if it's like it's different from, like, a sorority, not a sorority house, but a fraternity house, because I don't know, I feel like they're so accustomed, like, they hide their stuff, they make sure there's nothing that you can break. If they don't want you to go into a door, they'll lock it, type of thing. But you're still in somebody's house. Like, at the end of the day, somebody does live there, so just kind of, like, be mindful of that and, like, walk in with manners. You don't have to be like we're all there to have fun, have a good time, but still, like, know that, like, oh, somebody lives here. Like, don't go around breaking stuff and doing anything crazy, you know. And then a kickback, again, which is usually in someone's house as well, that's a little different. So with kickbacks, I always usually I ask them, like, whose is it, because that depends, because usually kickbacks are, like, very small, they're more intimate. It's usually, like, closer friends. You might have, like, 1 or 2 people that are, like, are friends of somebody's, but usually, like, it's a nice tighter knit group. It's not really a whole bunch of strangers. Like, everybody kind of knows somebody from something in some way, you know what I'm saying? And so something like that, you really need to have manners, because usually you are in somebody's legit house who pays rent there. And so don't go around breaking nothing. Just be mindful. Don't go around, like, screaming. Like, you can have a fun time, but realize that you're in somebody's house, and, like, that they have neighbors, and that the neighbors will probably call the cops if y'all get too loud or anything. So just know what type of party you're going to and act accordingly. Like, I act very different compared to going to, like, a big party compared to, like, a kickback at somebody's house. Like, that's a very different vibe. And so it's just, like, it just takes time for you to, like, go to different places and, like, figure out everybody's, like, vibe and everything like that. So just know what type of function you're going to, because they're not all the same. They're not all the same, but sometimes they can be. So you never know. The second one is go with friends. So as freshmen, hopefully it's nice to think that people come with friends, but most people don't. Everybody, like, splits up after college and they go to different places. So go with your, like, new friends, because usually the friends that you are with, like, the first few months of college, you don't end up with. Maybe that one or 2, but usually the rest, like, y'all just fall apart. So go with them, but if they're new, which if you're a freshman, they will probably be new, you probably won't even really know these people. like you'll know them for a few days. Just have a backup plan, because some people are really, really good people and they might not know you, but they won't let you get in trouble. And then you have some people who really do not care. And so I've seen people go to parties, you know, freshmen, some even upperclassmen go with new people, and the new people either leave them or they don't like help take care of them, which that's a different thing. But just be aware and have a backup plan. And that goes into my third thing. Don't overdrink with new friends because you don't know them. And some people coming in, they have had alcohol, some people haven't. So if you don't know your limit, please do not go and drink with new friends. And new friends, I mean like legit, like when you get to college, you're gonna meet some people that first and second week and they're gonna be great and you're gonna do everything with them, but they're still new friends. You really won't know them from a stranger, honestly, even if you are with them every single day. So when you go to like a party or something, like, you have to take care of yourself first, because just because that person says, oh, I got you, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you, you never know. There's so many cases like that where girls will go with like a group of people and then they'll end up by herself and something will happen and people are like, well, what happened? She was with all these people. And so it's just like, know yourself and know your own limit, and also bring money. So like if you go with someone else, make sure you have some Uber money, some Lyft. Not Uber, a little sketchy, we'll go with Lyft, just in case. Or make sure you have somebody else's number who drives. Like, never be too careful those first few nights you're going out, because again, you don't know who you're going with, and you also don't, like, you just don't know. So that whole thing, that was like a whole bunch of tips in one. So I guess just, if you go with new friends, make sure you have a backup plan. So if, like, say if somebody else is driving and you're not driving, make sure you have Lyft money, or you know somebody else who drives, or you got a taxi on the way, just in case, those first few times, just in case. And then if you're driving and you have a car, make sure that whoever came with you leaves with you, unless there's someone like that you really, really trust. But I don't suggest that those first few times, because you're gonna have some people who are like, oh, I don't want to leave, I'm gonna find my own way. But like, don't just let them say that. Like, don't pressure them, but pressure them to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because some women will be like, oh, I'm fine, I'm gonna go with this guy. Like, figure out who that guy is. That guy could be somebody she's known forever, and that guy could also be an upperclassman who has some issues. So like, you never know. And then with your guy friends, like, just be careful. If you're driving, I just would suggest to let people know that, hey, if you come with me, you're gonna leave with me too. Like, it's just very, very simple those first few times as a freshman. And even when you get older, just because you can't just leave people places, especially if they're drunk, or even if they're not drunk, you just never want to be like, just be careful. You can never be too careful those first few moments until you start to learn stuff and your new friends start to learn stuff as well. And then if you know your limit, great, but everybody else around you might not know their limit, so just keep that in mind as well. And just, you know, if you're driving and you want to get drunk, make sure you trust somebody else with your car, which most of the time most people won't. Like, I wouldn't trust someone that I just met to drive my car. So the fourth one is, don't go home with anyone. Because look, I know y'all gonna want to go home with some people, but you can't go home with everybody. You cannot go home with everybody, especially as a freshman, as someone young. Y'all don't know some of these people. Y'all don't know some of these people. Y'all are gonna go to school and you're gonna see somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, this is the nicest place ever. And then a few months later, you're gonna figure out all types of stuff about them. Like, some upperclassmen are great, some upperclassmen are not so great. Okay, it's some women, it's some men that you're gonna have to watch out for. And the other way around too. I mean, y'all just gotta, just don't go home with anybody just yet. Just wait. They not going nowhere. Get their number. They're not going nowhere. Just wait, because you just never know. You don't want to wake up and regret something. You know, like, there are a lot of freshmen who have like so many regrets, and you don't want to wake up and regret something, especially if you're like a little drunk, you're a little tipsy. Like, you just don't want to put yourself in that situation. And so I suggest that people wait like at least 2 or 3 times to start inviting people, or like to start going home with people after parties. So I'm not saying don't go home with people, like live your best life. I'm saying be weary of going out with people after the function is over. So like the function ends at 12 or 1, what ends at 12? If it ends at 1 or 2, be careful with letting a friend go with some guy home that like you don't know and the rest of y'all don't know, but she just met him tonight and she want to go home with him. Boop, don't let her do that. And the same thing with your guy friends. He like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna invite old girl over. Just question him a little bit, you know, but like, is she good? Did she consent? I know a lot of people have a lot with the consent thing, so you can really just be like, is she good? Is she sober? And maybe you can even be like, oh, where's she at? Like point her out. And if she looks like she's too drunk, and your friend might be drunk too, and he might not realize it, and he could put himself in a situation as a guy, let him know, look, you a little drunk, she a little drunk too. I know y'all both drunk, so y'all both want to go do something, but do not let him do this, because I'm telling you, it only takes one. And last one is be safe and have fun. Be safe, but also have fun. Like, y'all are freshmen, y'all are here to turn up, y'all are here to make some, you know, have some good times, and you're gonna have some really good times. If your school's not a party school, I'm sure there's another school in the area that's like a party school. If you're not a party person, I would say, you know, just go and kind of see how it is. The good thing about parties is you can always leave at any moment. You don't really need a reason. Like, getting in sometimes is the hard part, but you can always, they'll let you go. They will let you go. I'm telling you that. My last small, this is probably the most, well, I don't know if it's the most important, but it's pretty important. My last tip is to watch what you do when you're sober and when you're drunk. Those first few weeks, those first few months as a freshman, because that can literally like define you for a very, very long time. So I know some people who have done things and they just happen to do it in front of the wrong people, or they just happen to do it in front of the wrong stage, and it literally has followed them through college. And I'm about to be a senior, so there's still people who are like, oh yeah, I like her, but you remember this when she did this and this and this with this. And I'm like, ooh, y'all nosy. It's a lot of nosy people. Just, even though you're a freshman and people might not know you, people are watching you because you're a freshman. Guys are watching the girls. So like, just be safe and have fun, but also realize that if you do something crazy, that will not go unnoticed. And sometimes that's a good thing. Like, sometimes you could be like, oh, that's that girl who saved so-and-so from having a really, really rough night and she's a great person. Or you could be like, oh, that's the girl who got drunk, and because she got drunk, she shut the party down. So like, just be careful, because what you do follows you. I promise you, it follows you. And you're probably like, some people are gonna be like, I'm at the point where I don't care at this point, just because I'm getting older. But for a long time, I really did care. So I would like really watch how I did stuff, because I didn't want people to like, I don't know, I didn't want people judging me. And like, I know how my school is, and a lot of other schools are like that too. So I was like, y'all not finna judge me. I'm not finna do, y'all not finna have nothing on me. Not a thing on Chanel. Now, people got some things on me now, but I got some things on them too. So that's just how that is, but that's a different conversation. And then if you have any freshman transfer questions or concerns, just let me know. I'll also be posting more like videos for freshmen, since you know it's almost that time for school and everybody already knows where they're gonna go. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day and a fun, safe time at your first college party. It's gonna be great. Okay, goodbye.
I got this Jones forming.